video is for the people who not trying to be hot.
I don't know what you mean by that, but...
The AC.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you charge your AC and figure out some issues if it's not charging.
They definitely ran into an issue. The compressor was not on.
So we're about to get ready to put this AC in right here. Give you all a quick rundown on how you're supposed to do it. Make sure you got some gloves on. So the first thing you want to do, turn on your car, turn the AC on full blast. So we got that on full blast already. So while that's going, we're gonna go ahead and crack this bad baby open.
Clearly it looked hard, so please let us know. How did you open the can?
I don't even know. Sometimes you can flip it over, peel it, pop it off, but that one wasn't going like that. So just get you some scissors or something, snip, snip, cut that little piece away. You one step closer. All right, so we got that off. Really, it's real simple. Just follow the instructions that's on here. Just read the instructions, even if you know what you're doing, because you might just miss a step. First thing you do, find low pressure port. Find that. So my low pressure port is right here. You see this 5.7 sign on, bam, right there. Usually a cap on there. Twist off your little cap that's on there. Take that cap off. And then proceed to push that push connector right onto that joint. Boom, next one, it say measure the AC system. So I'm gonna pretty much connect this little quick connect port onto that little fitting right there. But before we do that, unscrewing this guard before you use. We're gonna unscrew this. Unscrew your can because there's a little stopper right here underneath it. So you're gonna unscrew that off. Toss it in the garbage and twist your can on there. That boy nice and tight. I'll go ahead and shake up the can. You can rock it back and forth. All right, see, so measure AC system. So we're gonna go ahead and push this little clip on this connector. And when you push it on, you're gonna pull back this little tab right here with your fingers. And pop it on and it should just connect. And push right down and lock on there. You can give it a little tug to make sure it's still there. But in looking at here, there's a little gauge that's on the can, and on that gauge, it actually tells you how much AC is actually already in the system. Bam, I have literally nothing in here. And I'm like, damn, I ain't got nothing in this joint. I tried to put something in here before, and literally all of it leaked out, and I seen like a cloud of smoke, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And that's when I figured out they didn't put the screw back on for the AC hose, and everything came out. I seen it come all the way back out to the atmosphere. And that was $80 down the goddamn drain. I'm like, why is this doing this? It ain't never did this before. I took it to this shop. So the shop that I took it to, that I spent $9,000 at to rebuild my camshaft and a bunch of other stuff with the motor, they didn't screw the damn hose back in. I'm like, all right, so I gotta go find that screw. So I went to a couple Home Depots, found one that fit, boom, screwed it on there, and all right, now we're gonna go buy some more AC.
Right, so he had everything hooked up, which means it was gonna be charging time. But wait, there's more.
Now, it say charge. After you hook the connector on there and you measure it, you actually gotta twist that little nozzle, twist it to the temperature that it's operating at. Right now it was like close to 80 degrees, 70 to 80. So I had to twist it to say 70 to 80, and then it'll let you know how much to fill it up. And on that gauge, it pretty much said I didn't have nothing in there. And if you pull this flap back right here, that's when it pretty much tell you step-by-step instructions. So turn the engine and AC on, start car and turn AC to the highest max cool. So turn it to the highest. And then determine if compressor is on.
So a part of the instructions was to see if the compressor was on.
My compressor is down there at the bottom and it's actually not on. Squads it in there and it went up, bam, went straight to the red. And I'm like, dang. So you go in the instructions and say, if you filled it up and it went to the red, that means either full or your compressor didn't kick in. So I went over, looked at the compressor, it's supposed to be spinning because I got the AC on full blast. Once you do that, your compressor should kick in. Guess what? My compressor didn't kick in. And I'm like, beep. Come on now, dog. Then I had to keep doing some investigation. If the compressor is not cycling on, add a half can of refrigerant using instructions Instruction 7, if the compressor still does not engage, repairs may be necessary. So hopefully I don't gotta replace that.
We ain't rich, okay? So having to keep, and I just got done spending $9,000 on this truck, y'all, of credit money.
On the asset, because that truck is gonna make that money.
Yes. So I'm like, damn, come on now, they kind of draining this dry here.
I should go get like a small can.
And they actually was thinking like, dang, well, should I just go get a smaller can versus using this big old can just in case the compressor don't kick on?
Let's just say add a half can of refrigerant. So we're gonna add it on there and I'm gonna see if that boy kick on. It should. Because before it did, but it just leaked right back out. Then it say remove the disc, which we did already. Attach the quick connect. Read the gauge. Mine is at 0 because I don't have nothing in here. And then it says charge. So pull ring back to disconnect. Recharge whole vehicle and screw the cap back on after we're done.
I'm like, I'm not about to go buy no little can. I'm about to just use what's in here.
Could you have really looked and seen that the compressor wasn't moving?
Sometimes the compressor won't move if it's empty.
Oh, right.
So
that's why they
once
said.
you put your refrigerant in there, it'll get those bearings moving because all it is oil. So boom, you put your coolant in there, it'll get the rolling and spinning.
Gotcha.
Shake, shake, shake. I like to turn it upside down. And then actually on this gauge too, that you gauge to put like what the temperature is out here. I believe the temperature is probably like 70 something, almost 80, so right in the middle. So as y'all can see right here on this gauge, it lets you set the temperature with this little bitty arrow right in the middle of that V. Let you set the temperature. I got it right in the middle between 75 and 80. And then this big V right here, that's how much you should be putting in your vehicle right there. So right there in the green, mine say about 45, 310 or whatever. So I'm gonna fill it up to there. Here we go, we're gonna squeeze. Start filling her up. I'm gonna see if my clutch engage over there. Hopefully it does. I don't wanna have to buy another one. Them boys is about $400, almost $500. So now it's reading right at the red. Not good. After I let it go right here, the gauge needle is past this little V right here where we had set. And on the instructions it say if it's past that, you go back to instructions 2. Bam, you go to 2. It say determine if the compressor is on. My compressor is not on. If the compressor is not cycling on, add a half can of refrigerant using instructions number 7. Compressor still not engaged, repairs may be necessary.
So I squeeze it so it can fill up and it went over to the red. Another thing too, when you actually add refrigerant in there, you only want to do like 15-second intervals. You don't want to just sit there, squeeze it, for it to go in there because it can pretty much cause like some high pressure. I'm pretty sure you can overfill it. And I don't know, but to me, if you feel like you put too much in there, it's gonna blow. 15-second intervals, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 15, let it go. See where your needle at. Boom, if it's still not full, boom, squeeze it again. 15 seconds, let it go, see how much more you got. Doing those intervals like that actually prevent damage. And I'm glad I did it that way because if I would have sat there, going down my truck needed the whole can. If I would have sat there and just kept squeezing, that compressor not on, so it would have caused a big issue because there's nowhere for it to go.
I think I need a new compressor because these bastards didn't hook the shit back up. That fucking sucks. And it even sucks even more because it's about to be 90 plus degrees when we about to get on that road. And I'm not trying to be burning up hot. So yep, I need a compressor, so now I'm about to go try to find one.
Of course, the compressor didn't come on, so then I had to start investigating. So I remember when my truck first came from that shop, I kind of always like to look over people's work. So while I was underneath the truck, I kind of looked and seen that it looked like some bolts wasn't put back. And then also I seen a loose wire.
I just remembered also there's a loose wire underneath my truck. And I just looked on the side of this compressor and it looked like it might actually go there. So hopefully it's just not plugged up because that will be perfect, y'all.
I'm like, maybe that loose wire is to the compressor.
This is, honestly, this is exactly why I don't like hiring other people to fix my damn truck. So if y'all look down there, bam, right there, that black connector. So y'all see that black connector, bam, right there. Y'all see, there's nothing connected on it, and there's a loose wire underneath the truck. So I'm gonna plug that up and see That's for the compressor. You better kick on. That's the compressor there. And that little front part right there is not moving. So when they say check to see if that part moving, it's not moving while the truck on. I mean, it's not working, but hopefully that loose wire is the reason. So let's go in there and look. So the wire right here, look at this wire that's just hanging. Bam, that's just hanging. And I was wondering, like, where the hell did this go? So as y'all see, I just plugged that boy right there. So hopefully that was the issue. Right. This is what's supposed to be moving right here. See that? So come on now. Need to light the grill too, so we throw some burgers on there. Come on now. Just wanna make sure your ears is on full blast with the AC button on. Uh-oh, we got some cold air, y'all. Let's go.
Man, what's our look?
Let's fucking go. Look at that. That boy is rolling. Now we can check the AC again.
That boy kicked on. So that just saved me $400. But no, I wasn't about to spend that. We was gonna be riding on the freeway with the windows down. Now I can finish filling up this compressor.
Got my gauge on here. All right, so now look at it. Got that between 75 and 80. So look at that gauge now. It was in the red, but now it's right there. So it still need a little more because we want that needle right there in the between that V right there.
15-second intervals. I kept squeezing it, letting that boy fill up.
So get it. Fill it on up. Yo, man, I'm so happy now. Don't squeeze it too long. Just hold it for about 15 seconds. Let it go. See where it's at. See it's still a little low. Squeeze it again. Kind of shake the can while, you know what I'm saying, you're going or whatever. I know this gonna take the full can though, it was empty. Then I'm gonna check to make sure we ain't got no leaks over there too, because I had to put new screws and stuff on. Don't let that go. Still good, still a tad bit low. We're gonna see how far we can get with this. And I ain't gonna lie, when I do anything with my truck, I try to use the best stuff possible. I think this is like synthetic. I always use synthetic oil, all types of stuff. But you want the best stuff for your car so it can run the longest. But yeah, so it's still a little low. I'm gonna leave this gauge on here to make sure this boy not leaking. But I'm gonna check the inside. Leave that right there to make sure that boy, see if that needle move past that V right there just to see if it's still leaking because I had to repair.
Boom, did that, filled that joint all the way up, and I actually just left the can on there just to see if the gauge moved, to see if we still had a leak or something like that. It seemed like it dropped a little bit, but at the end it was kind of staying steady.
On the inside, the other thing that I had, it came with these clips right here.
With that can, it came with these things called smart clips. You pretty much clip them on your vent, and it'll turn like a certain color to let you know, all right, it's cold enough.
It turn blue when it's nice and cold. Now, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what the green one do. This is actually nice and cold, man. I'm happy.
We was good, man. The AC was going nice and freezing cold. Man, yes, it was time to hit the road. Don't you come back.
Wait, no.
No, you gotta come back.
Right. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video, which is us picking up our trailer. If you don't know, we literally buy super distressed properties and we be having a lot of trash. So we decided to just make the move to get us a dump trailer, and it was free for us.
And if you want to learn how to get a dump trailer for free, check out our last video.
Even if you ain't really interested in getting a dump trailer, it's still pretty cool to watch. I was in class, I was taking notes, so shout out to Beck for figuring it out and bringing that information.
If you about your family and business, head over to artlife.com, ARTT. Life.com and copy you about your family and business, sir. Just come on, hey, it's a conversation starter to let people know you about your family and business. They gonna ask you what your business is, you let them know. Man, that can be your first customer, second customer, 100th customer. That's what it is, but we signing out. CPC and OG Ray.